Welcome back to Papé Toolkit. Today we got a pretty cool one for you. We're gonna go over this model year 2026 S120. Let's get after it. Okay, so I've actually already done an S120 on our channel before, so you're welcome to revisit that. But every time that John Deere does a model update, I kind of want to bring you a new and refreshed look at these models, okay? Not a lot has changed, but it is nice to see that John Deere isn't resting on their laurels. They're kind of bringing things up to the modern era, and this model is no different. So let's start in the front, we'll work our way back. So as you can see in the front, pretty plain Jane, there's not a bumper on here or anything like that. That's not to say that you couldn't add this, but right out of the gate, S120 doesn't have a bumper. I do have that kind of beautiful hood line style. This one just came fresh off the truck, so you see it's nice and pretty and shiny. Additionally, here's that new feature that we were just referring to. So that new feature is these LED headlights. Again, really nice look, a very, very nice modern look. And of course, it helps with that limited visibility mowing. So if I'm going out there at dusk and I still want to keep on finishing out the property, I have the ability to do that. Under the hood, we're going to have a 22 horsepower engine in this bad boy. So 22 horsepower Briggs Stratton engine. All of the maintenance points are very easy to get to, but this machine has easy change oil system on it. So on the S120, you do get the easy change oil system on here. And then of course, I've got a placard right here up on the back of my hood so I can keep track of my service intervals. Jumping up here on this 15-inch high back seat. It's a dual back seat, so I've got beautiful room for airflow, very, very comfortable seat. Not a whole lot of suspension on here, but you do get a little bit of spring suspension. I've got about 5.5 inches of adjustability forward and aft on here, so that is really nice. Additionally, I do have a wonderful gauge cluster up here on the dash. I do have a fuel gauge up right front and center in conjunction with my hour meter. I do have a choke lever that's all in the same throttle control, which is nice. Got the ability to control my lights, and I do have cruise control on this machine. So all I gotta do is be pressing down on my forward pedal and I can hold up on there and that will hold me in a steady speed. Got my mow and reverse button here, and then I've got my park brake released on the left-hand side. What's this lever? Well, this lever is gonna go ahead and engage. It's a manual PTO engagement lever. So sometimes you'll see an electronic switch. Well, you're gonna see that when you jump up to an S130, but on the S120, you've got that manual engagement. Hey, some people like less electronic components and it makes it easier to maintain. And so this one gives you that option, which is really nice. I've got some covered storage here on the side, which is great. I think all of our S-Series mowers are having covered storage now. This is great, a great feature to have. I've got the cup holder on the backhand side. Got a little bit of rubber floor pan here to protect my feet against the vibrations, all mated to a welded frame. Underneath this one, it's gonna have that 42-inch edge deck. So I have 42 inches of cutting ability, great big opening on the side for dispersion. I can add things like a bagger system or a mulch control system. I could even add just a mulch plug on this unit. So that is nice. Underneath the seat, you're gonna have where your fuel is gonna go. So I've got 2.4 gallons of space and capacity in this unit. I can raise and lower my deck from 1 inch all the way up to 4 inches in quarter-inch increments. That has not changed. That is pretty standard on all these S-Series mowers. In the back, I'm gonna have a 20 by 8 by 8 in the rear, and then I have a 15 by 6 by 6 in the front of this unit. You do have a tow hitch that's integrated in the back. I have some connect points here for if I'm gonna wanna have sunshades or any of my bagging systems, I have the ability to connect that on the back side of this unit. I hope you've enjoyed this brief overview of the John Deere S120 for 2026. Great machine. This is a popular seller for us. You're gonna get that wonderful 2-year, 120-hour warranty. We do carry these at the dealerships, but we do have some dealer exclusive models as well. We'd love to have you come see us at our stores. Check us out online. Reach out to us in the comments if you've got any questions. Like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again next time on Papé Toolkit. Hi, my name is Jason Hughes. I'm a territory manager out of Eugene, Oregon. I'm also a large property owner and own a lot of the equipment that you see featured in these videos. I hope you find this content helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below.